All right, to get announced by the next thing to get announced by the Vandal football team is Holden Bea. If that name does sound familiar, it is the brother of both Beyonce Bea and Skylar Bea, and cousin to Jaden Bea. He is a quarterback out of Washougal, Washington. Patrick, what are your thoughts on Holden Bea?
Yeah, I was really impressed with Holden B's tape. He has some elite deep ball accuracy that you don't see every day from high school recruits. I think a lot of the time when you have high school quarterbacks, they'll be accurate in the short to intermediate throws and have a big arm, but they don't have quite the accuracy down. He's got that accuracy down. He can just drop it in a bucket. Um, just the deep ball accuracy was phenomenal on tape and had me real excited. Um, he had some limited film. He only had two of his senior year games available, or two or three games. But watching his junior year film, he looks just as good, and it looks. I mean, his deep ball accuracy is still there. He's relatively accurate in the middle of the field too. He can zip a ball in there when needs to. Um, excuse me. He always hits his receivers in stride, which is good for attacking man coverage with crossing routes and stuff like that. He takes care of the ball, which is perfect for the Eck offense. He only threw 5 picks his senior year. Yeah, that's including a playoff run pretty deep into the playoffs here in Washington. Overall, it's just the accuracy really jumped off the tape to me, especially it was super impressive. He just drops the ball in a bucket every time, and to me that was something that I just haven't seen that often from very many recruits. And his ability to run, he ran for 800 yards his senior year from the quarterback spot, and he doesn't run like running that's going to get his 3 yards and slide. He puts a shoulder down and runs dudes over. He is 6'2", 190 pounds. He's got some meat on his bones. He's not a light, skinny quarterback like a guy like Vonnie was. My kind of comparison for him was a guy like Mark Gronowski. He looks a lot like the way Gronowski played as a freshman under Eck in, I believe that was 2020 or 2021. Um, I really like that he can run and he can make those throws accurately on the run outside of the pocket, and with pressure in his face, especially with the pressure is important when you play in the Big Sky where almost every team their defense is based around getting pressure. You got Montana State, Sac State, like Weber State even. They all just thrive on creating pressure and getting in your face. And I think Holden's a guy that's going to be able to avoid that pressure and deal with that pressure in his face to make those accurate throws. Um, Holden's a guy that I think could legit be a guy here in a couple of years for Idaho.
Patrick, I do 100% agree with you on everything you said. I watching the tape and kind of listening to you, what your analysis of Holden Bea, I doesn't make me like if for some reason Jacqueline did ever go in the portal and decided to leave Idaho, like I wouldn't be worried to have someone like a Holden Bea step in and be that kind of be the next man up for Idaho. He kind of what you've said kind of fits what Eck wants to do on offense, and I think like you said, I think he's going to play well with the Luke Schleisner and Jason Eck offense. Any final thoughts you have on Holden Bea before we wait for our next signing?
No, he comes in a pretty good product, and I think the only thing he really struggles with sometimes is just overall like ball security. Like in the pocket, he can get a little loose with it, but other than that, he looks real good, and I think he's going to be a good player for the Vandals.
All right, that is it for talking about Holden Bea. We will see you guys for the next signing that Idaho has for us.